Welcome to the Patch Podcast, the place where sports, recreation, and entertainment collide. From the biggest headlines to the stories nobody else is talking about, this is the show that covers it all. Now, here's your host, bringing the heat. Welcome to the Patch.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of the Patch Podcast. Alongside Danny, Bart, Rich, I am Moog, and we have a special guest with us today, Gavin Genisio. Gavin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Boys, how are you today?
A little disappointed from the UFC fights last night. Well, I'll say fight, not plural. Last night, Conor McGregor made his comeback after 5 years, and that was a quick 69 seconds.
69 seconds.
Yeah, that was.
Hey,
that
I'd
was
love to
very
make
disappointing.
$16 million.
16 million.
Yeah, I did see a
16
stat
million.
on that today. If we want to, I just want to say this real quick since we're talking about how we're doing. I'm not good because I'm not a betting man, but I put like $25, $30 on him to win by submission because it was like a $400 and something payout. But 69 seconds, Conor McGregor won $16 million, which breaks down to $231,884 per second.
That's a minute, right?
That's second there. Then $13,913,043 per minute, which comes to $16 million for the 69 seconds.
Hey, where can
crazy.
I sign up for that gig? I would let any
I'd go
one of
hurt
you
my knee
guys
for the $16 million.
Yeah.
I would let any one of you guys punch me in the face for $16 million.
Heck, I'd
do it for free.
Wow. See, ladies and gentlemen, see what I put up with again,
Oh,
week after
man.
week.
That's the reason why you're in Missouri and we're here.
That's right. Misery.
Oh, just because I live in the land of misery
Yes.
so I take the abuse.
Yep. But anyway, didn't mean to get off track there, but what about you, Danny? How was your night last night? I know you were here too, but you were enjoying it.
I had a ball, but called it whenever he came out. I said, he's hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell.
Yeah, you could see it.
We were talking a little earlier. I've had the ACL or injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I walked over a year with an ACL. And, I mean, he can say what he wants. He was hurt before.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him last night whenever I got home. He said, no, I was kicking in practice. And, well, yeah, there's times in a set-up situation you can kick.
Right.
But whenever you come out and another guy's fixing to try to beat your brains out, you don't have time to be able to plant that foot and then kick.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell the fight was over. Like as soon as he walked out, you could see like the nerves in his face. Like he was smiling, he was excited. Like he was very nervous what was about to happen.
Yeah, he was worried about his knee giving out.
Yeah.
Well, whenever and I've only seen one replay of him taking his shoes off. And you guys were talking, and I was watching it here. And whenever he took that right shoe off, he hobbled on that knee.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And hindsight 2020, I started to say, hey, he was hurt before that. You know?
Right.
And you can tell whenever they put it in slow motion, you can see the first kick.
Oh, you can see it buckle. As soon as that right foot hit the mat, that was it.
And that's what I was telling Luke whenever I was walking with, and I worked with a torn ACL. You'd be walking across the gym floor, and all of a sudden you walk across the half line. That seems like that half line just jumps up and trips you because it'll go out. It'll just go out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And his went out for $16 million last night.
Yeah.
So
I did. Go ahead. You going to say something, Bart?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I did. There was a couple of fights that I did really enjoy. Gable Stevenson got his first professional win last night, which being a wrestling guy, Gable Dan Stevenson, named after Dan Gable, the great coach, the great wrestler. I thought that was awesome. And then Patty Pimblett had a nice one too.
that was quick.
Put that guy to sleep.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I like Patty the Batty. That was pretty cool. But it was a good time last night, Bart. The food was phenomenal as always. Still eating some gumbo today. And appreciate it, Bart, for having us.
No problem. Had fun.
Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but I will be making an appearance live next week in the Patch Podcast studios there on 9th Street.
We have a special guest with us today on the Patch Podcast, and it's a 2024 graduate from Benton Consolidated High School, Gavin Genisio, who has 4 state championships, I believe, in high school, cross country and track. Went to the University of Tennessee for 2 years, and now he is on his way to the one and only University of Arkansas. So, Gavin, we're glad to have you today, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. We just got to keep this light and simple and just ask you a few questions. Bart was a track guy. So, Bart, I know you was pretty excited about this guest.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he signed with the University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
The great thing is, who else attended the University of Arkansas? two football guys.
Who's that?
Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones. Both went to the University of Arkansas.
All right, Gavin. So just getting started with you just a little bit. I remember you growing up.
Yeah.
So coach this guy when he was still probably taller than me because I'm not very tall. He's always been tall. But coached him in baseball growing up a little bit. Coached him in some basketball with Bobby Melvin growing up a little bit. But Gavin has always had this athletic ability, and I always saw that even as a young kid, even in baseball. So as Chris Dexter said a few weeks ago, Chris's boy he was destined to be a DH. I think Gavin was kind of that guy. You put him in the batter's box, it's either a home run or you hit a lot of home runs and bombs when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was pretty set on baseball when I was a kid. I really thought that was going to be my thing, but for some reason I just didn't try it in high school. And eventually I started running and playing basketball, and then running took over basketball, and so that's how kind of went ever since my freshman year. I tried to play basketball, and then Britt McLean kind of came over to me and he's like, "Hey, you're done playing basketball." So it's been track and cross country ever since. So
made a good choice.
Yeah. And Danny, I remember watching this guy in basketball too. He was a stud in junior high. I'm telling you, like rebound, put back. You get out of his way because he's going to knock you over and get the ball, and he's going to put it in the hole.
24. That would have been Benton's second place.
Yeah, it would have been, but he would have been on that team if he stuck with it in high school. But I don't know.
So I have a question. Being a basketball guy, you can't tell now. I'm fat. What made you just want to just, hey, you know what? I think I'm just going to go run 3 miles today.
I hate running.
What
it hurts me.
What gives that mentality? I mean, can you explain that to me? I don't understand that.
So what really started it all was I was really, really out of shape. And my mom one night was like, "Hey, I'm going to go run 3 miles. Do you want to go with me?" And I'm like, "Why not?" And me and my mom start running, and I was running like 7-minute pace, and I was like dropping my mom, and it was like super easy for me. And she was like, you should start running again. And I was like, no, I'm not going to run again. And then in 7th grade, I got convinced to try out for track and field, and I wanted to be like a 400 runner or like maybe an 800 runner. I didn't want to really do long distance. And they were like, "Yeah, you're going to do long distance. You're going to do the mile." And I'm like, "Okay." I think I ran like 5:20 in my first mile, and I was like, "Okay, well maybe I should start distance running." And Britt McLean kind of came up to me and like kind of took over. And then ever since like my 8th grade year, he's really been like coaching me and like really like guiding me through like high school and like the recruiting process. And that's really just how it all started and took off.
Yeah, he's a very good one to have guide you through that too.
Yeah, it's honestly like very crazy that I think that I was born in the same town that Britt McLean coached in, because he's such a good coach. I always say that he could coach cross country at a Division I level anywhere if he wanted to, but he wants to stay in Benton, Illinois, and make Benton's team better, and he really did. He took them from nothing and made them something. And it was unfortunate that we came away with a 2nd place. I thought we could have won, but we just didn't have it on the day. And I think he's one of the best coaches in Benton high school history.
I agree. And he's coached. Hasn't he coached a couple of Olympians or an Olympian or something?
Yeah, he coached. His name's Boaz Lalang. He ran, I think, something crazy like 143 in the 800, and he went to the Beijing Olympics in 2008 when he was running for Ren Lake. So that's kind of unheard of. Yeah. Not even a Division I guy going to the Olympics.
That's crazy, man. So moving on from the high school part a little bit, you went to Tennessee for 2 years. I love Knoxville. My oldest son lives there. When you went to Tennessee, I was like, "Oh, cool! That's awesome." You set a couple of records there too as a freshman, didn't you?
Yeah, I set the mile freshman record, the 1,000 freshman record, and the 1,500 freshman record.
So what was the mile?
You remember those times?
It was like 403.
403?
220.
You can't do that in my truck.
I can't even run to the bathroom that fast. You're running a mile that fast. I can't even make it to the bathroom that fast.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And then my 1,500, I think, was the best thing I did. My freshman year, I ran 341, which like it converts to like a 357 mile. So
man, that is unbelievable. Yeah. Now I ran in PE my freshman year. I forget how many laps around the gym it was, but I ran a mile in PE in 4:51 as a freshman. I thought that was really good. I was skinny and ran, but I hated running. It hurt too bad, and usually throw up afterwards. And but I thought that was good. I should have stuck with it. But what drives you? Like, what's your everyday look like? What's your training like? I mean,
so yeah, I can just give you like pretty much like a basic like week for me. So like on Monday, I'll do 2 45-minute runs. I'll do one in the morning and one in the afternoon. That usually averages like 6.5 miles in the morning, 6.5 miles in the afternoon. So that's 13 miles right there. And usually my workout days are double days. And so like in the morning, I'll do like a little jog and then like a 5 by 6 minutes at like 5:30 pace, and then like 2 mile cool down. So there's another 7 miles, 8 miles. If depends how long you want to warm up and cool down, how much running you want to do. And then in the afternoon, I'll come back same day and do a 2 mile warm up and 10 times 3 minutes, the 2 mile cool down. So
I'm already tired.
yeah.
2 mile. He's talking a 2 mile cool down. I mean,
so by Tuesday, that's like 17 miles. And then on Wednesday, like we usually like to like tone it down a little bit. So I'll just do an easy 10 miles.
golly.
I mean,
Tone it down.
It sounds like crazy, like when I say it out
that's
loud.
like
But
running. I was just going to say that's like running from West Frankfort to Benton plus 4 miles, right? If I remember,
yeah,
Benton is 6 miles from Frankfort, and you're just running it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Then on Thursday, I'll just do 2 more 45-minute runs. That's another
13 miles.
Yeah, 13 miles. And then I'll do like a specific session on Friday, like whatever I'm running. So like if I'm like in track season, it's like I'm usually a mile session. If I'm in cross country season, it's usually something a little bit longer. So we'll say usually averages out to like 15 miles. And then on Saturday, I have a 13 to 14 mile long run. And then Sunday, I take Sundays off. So yeah,
the day of rest.
Yeah, usually averages to about 80 to 85 miles a week.
Wow, that is insane, man. And I know running, you're building muscle anywhere. I'm sure you're hitting the gym here and there too, aren't you? I mean, you got gym time, I'm sure.
Yeah, they at Tennessee we lift on Tuesdays and Fridays. So
Tuesdays and Fridays,
about an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
man, that takes dedication right there. I mean, we talked to Jason Elwoolard. He was on our show, episode 4 or 5? I can't remember, Moog. But Jason is from West Frankfort. He went to school with Danny, I believe, same age.
I graduated
and played baseball at the University of Illinois. Was a pitcher. He's one of their top pitchers in Illinois history.
Left-hander.
Has a daughter who is playing. She's a senior this year at Purdue. She's an All-American volleyball player. We talked about the work ethic that daughter has and that it takes to become a collegiate athlete. When did you kind of know that you were that good where you could probably go to the next level? And did your parents push you towards that, or is it just something you knew or your coaches? I know a lot of the training Jason talked about, you can practice at practice, but it's what you do in the off season and after practice is what makes college athletes. Explain that a little bit to us.
Yeah. So I think the recruiting process in Southern Illinois is definitely a little bit harder than say if you were up north. And so like one of like the biggest things about, I think, not just me, just like all athletes should do around here is like I kind of knew that I was going to be recruited as when I was a freshman in high school, and like you went up to Chicago and like you got to beat the guys in Chicago, like you got to show other colleges that you can compete with like the best guys in your state. And so like I think like what got me recruited to Tennessee was me going to like, well, obviously like winning state and stuff really helped out, but me going to Chicago and running against, like the best guys in Chicago, showing like I'm just not like a Southern Illinois talent, like you're a state talent. And that's what I think really helps you get recruited from Illinois. Like I think like everybody that thinks they have a shot at being an NCAA athlete, whether it's Division I, Division II, Division III, like I think you should like try to put yourself out there as much as possible. And I think that really helps.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of your classmates, Mason Teifel. I mean, he wrestled in high school, but he was wrestling in the summertime, off season, finding the toughest guys in the country to wrestle against. I mean, that's what it takes. Yeah. So for an upcoming, say, junior high kid or one that's even younger, I mean, I think it was your mom or dad posted a while back, your brother's running now.
Yeah.
I never would have seen that, but it looks like he's kind of following in the footsteps. Seems like he's going to be pretty good too.
Yeah.
What's some good advice for these younger upcoming runners? What could they do?
I would say just don't overdo it. Just like try to find what works for you in the sport and just try to, find what you like and find what works and doesn't work. and just try to do your absolute best of, just set goals, like if it's making the varsity team in high school when you're a freshman or, whatever it may be, just always have something that's driving you, I would say is the best thing you can do.
Awesome. Was there ever a point in your high school career where you ever thought about giving it up and getting burnt out a little bit? Was there ever did it ever cross your mind at all, or is it kind of you knew?
I never really thought about, giving it up. I mean, like I knew like I honestly wanted to get out of Southern Illinois.
Don't blame you.
Yeah. But I always wanted to go somewhere, like bigger, to like a bigger college town. And like, I mean, like the only thing that I can really think about that, kind of like set me back was, my senior year, like me and Benton High School had a little bit of trouble with my academics, but like I really figured that out. Like in college, like I've done really well with academics. Like they've given me Tennessee has given me every opportunity in the world to do good at school, and like I think like they don't give you the option. Like they like make you study, they make you go to class, and like that's really good. That's another really good thing about Division I athletics, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. That's two things I was going to say too. I mean, we're obviously proud of you for going to the next level, but I'm looking at your 2026 spring SEC academic honor roll, 2025 fall SEC academic honor roll. Man, that's huge.
Yeah,
that is huge for a collegiate athlete to be on that honor roll, because you're so busy with everything.
Yeah,
and you get caught up with everything else going on. But that's awesome, man. And I know your parents as well, and I think kids that are raised by good parents, you don't really appreciate that maybe when you're younger, but I guarantee you probably do a little bit now, don't you? I mean,
yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I don't think honestly, like I would be anywhere close to where I would be if like my parents were in the picture. Like, I respect people that I really do respect people that like don't have parents, or like don't have a parent that like really come through as good athletes, because it's very hard to do. Like without both my parents, like I would have never like I said, like my dad and my mom would drive me to Chicago every other weekend when I was in high school to help me race, or like they would pay for my flight to go to Boston or Virginia Beach or whatever I'd be going. Like they spent tons and tons of money, and my mom bought me food. She bought me like running shoes. Like probably spent thousands of dollars to help me get recruited to college, and without them I don't think I'd be able to do it.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got some good parents, man. And yeah, like I said, kids don't really see that when they're younger, but man, when you get older and stuff, it's like, man, they really did a lot for me. And yeah, you're very fortunate, man.
Yeah.
Bart, you got anything? I know you were a track guy. Do you have anything you want to ask him? Bart, I know you don't like to talk about Bart was a pretty good track guy too back in the day. What was your honors and stuff that you did in high school track?
Well, I was all state in high hurdles. I got third my junior year, qualified all 4 years at state. I got running hurdles on accident. And it was my 8th grade year in track season. It was raining, so track practice was inside the gym. And Coach Richard Glodich, had these foam hurdles to set up. Well, we was having like races or whatever. Well, I 3-stepped them. I was the only one that 3-stepped them. So first race, first track meet, I broke the school record. I mean, I never thought I'd be fast or whatever, but then I broke the high school record my sophomore year. And then my junior year, I broke it at state finals. And then I'm not talking about my senior year.
Yeah, you get upset over that one.
Yeah.
We don't, well, the end of your senior year.
The state finals.
Yeah, we don't need, because you get a little.
Yeah, Gavin, they DQ'd me.
Yeah, that does happen. That's one place that they do not mess around with DQs is IHSA State. One of my really good buddies, he's a cross country state champion. He's from Carbondale, Alex Partlow. He barely stepped over the line at the state championship in the 2-mile, and they disqualified him like that.
Oh man.
Well, the thing is, the guy next to me at the lane, he jumped first, and I had the best start of my life.
Yeah.
And they kicked both of us up.
Man,
it's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's on the YouTube.
Yeah.
What made your decision to transfer from Tennessee to Arkansas?
The biggest reason was like I was just reflecting on like the past 2 years, and I want to say before I say all this, like Tennessee was like a very, very, very good school to me. They supported me in every way possible. They gave me They gave me everything I could ask for. They're a great program, and I would honestly, I'm very glad I picked them for my first 2 years. But growing, I think it was just a good starting place for me.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee was, and looking back on my running career, I only have 3 years left. If I'm, if I only when it can count, and I think I don't think that Tennessee was really the place to elevate myself and be a better athlete. And so I entered the transfer portal, and I was looking at all these schools, and Arkansas has always been a very good program. They have 33 national championships, 53 SEC titles. And they've always been a very, very good track school all around. They're sponsored by Walmart and Tyson Chicken Nuggets.
Wow.
They get all the really good track recruits, and they always have really good guys to train with. And they won indoor nationals and outdoor nationals and SECs in both last year. And when I got in their portal, they recruited me, and I took a visit, and I loved it. I loved their indoor track. I loved their facilities. They get everything they want there, and I can tell why they're really good. They want to be good. And they had written on the board when I walked in the head coach's office that they're returning 50 points of the national championship next year. I mean,
Wow.
50 points usually wins the meet.
Yeah.
Good
And
grief.
they got probably, 5 other guys that could score at the NCAA meet out of the portal. And so I think next year for indoor and outdoor track and even cross country for Arkansas, I think it's going to be a very, very good year. And I think I joined the program at the right time, because I think Arkansas is going to be kind of a new powerhouse in track and field. And I could see them, winning the national championship, not even next year, but the next couple of years with the talent they got.
Wow.
Plus, that baseball field's phenomenal down there too. Did you ever go to a baseball game?
No. It's kind of funny though. Our track's right over here, and then right next to indoor track is the baseball field. So I could hear everything going on in their warm up center. So the indoor track is in the front, and then the baseball warm up center is in the back, and there's a nice turf field on the inside. And so I kind of got to see some of the guys warming up and stuff, but I've never been to the field. But you can see it from the outside, and it looks pretty nice. So
Yeah.
Well, and the basketball team's not going to be too shabby this year either.
No.
got
They
the
had-
number one recruiting class.
They had one kid this past year that went in the lottery
Yeah.
in the draft. So
Yep.
and you got Calipari. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's not too many guys that can say, I went to Tennessee for just my first 2 years to kind of get a little better because I wanted to go on to Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee's no slouch either, man. That's
Yeah.
SEC. That's phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Tennessee did very, very well this year. Also, they got third at nationals, and I was very surprised by that, and they were very happy about it. So it's good for them.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Hey, Gavin, I did want to throw this out there too, and I may have told you this in the past though, but I don't know if guys, I actually played a part in training him when he was growing up, just a little bit. Do you remember that night when you TP'd me years ago? In my truck down my alley? I think that's what started his running career.
Yeah,
He was fast.
that's that 4-minute mile.
And it was an old beater truck, but I still couldn't catch him.
yeah. I used to love TPing people.
Yeah.
That was a big part of my winter.
His house
Fall.
got it. I kid you not, every night. His
every
house would
night.
get it during the week. You drive by his house, you couldn't even see his house. Everybody just wanted to get Gavin growing up.
I would ask.
It
"Will
was
you
so
TP my
bad.
house?"
It was so bad when people ran out of toilet paper, they drove by Gavin's house and just grabbed some off.
Oh
the tree.
yeah, oh yeah, I guarantee you.
There was one
Guarantee.
time I came home. I was at a track meet. I think I was in Palatine, Chicago, and I came home, and I'm not joking. There was so much toilet paper that you could seriously not see my house.
Yeah,
and it was just blowing in the wind sideways.
Wow.
People were just driving by just to see it because it was so good. I mean, I'm sure it was several different groups,
Christmas decorations. Now let's go see the toilet decoration.
And I was one of those parents too.
You went TP.
No, I didn't. I did not want my kids to TP, but I'll call him to sneak out or wherever, and he'd be the one to get
Attaboy,
caught.
Colin.
Yeah, things haven't changed. No, that's I do have a couple more things, Gavin. I was going to ask you. So as a little boy, did you like dressing up as army guys and Spider-Man? Was that your
Yeah.
like these pictures right here?
Yeah, that was.
I don't know.
That was Apparently,
Yeah,
I did.
is that you?
Yeah, I think
That's
that's Lane McCollum. Actually,
That's Lane.
I think
oh
so.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's
Batman?
hilarious. So I may or may not have got a hold of your parents before this.
That's
So.
funny.
Give me
It's kind of cruel there now, bringing up the old picture.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Hey, a good new Spider-Man's coming out. Speaking of
Yep.
Spider-Man, off the subject of running a little bit, we've been asking people what's your top 5 sports movies at all time. You probably don't have time to watch movies, but
You're running 80 miles a week, you don't.
Top 5 sports movies.
yeah,
Oh.
sports movies. Do you have a top 5, or can you name at least 3?
I could tell you probably my favorite one is Prefontaine. That's a good movie.
Yep.
I
Okay.
like that movie. Sports movies. I don't really watch.
You're not a sports
movies,
movie guy?
no.
Okay, what about movies in general? What are you a comedy guy? Are you an action guy? Or
I'd say my favorite movie is probably The Dark Knight, Batman.
Okay.
That's a really good movie.
Okay.
Forrest Gump's a good movie.
I get it now. Okay.
Yeah. I like. I'm a big Jaws guy. I like the original Jaws movie.
Oh yeah.
Shark Week should be coming up pretty soon.
Should,
I like
actually, yeah.
Scream. Scream is one of my favorite movies. It's a good movie. I like Scarface.
So when you head back over to Arkansas, how much longer you got home?
So I'm gonna go see my girlfriend for her birthday, and then we have to go to campus like by the end of July, and then we have to go to Flagstaff, Arizona. They're taking us to altitude camp.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
7,500 feet.
Wow.
Get your lungs ready, huh?
Yeah.
So in college, I know you're doing cross country and track. Is
Mhm.
it obviously 2 separate seasons, right?
Yeah, I lean more towards track. So like, to be honest, I mean, this is just like the truth now. Like, Kenyan and like foreign talent has really taken over the like cross country like side of things. Like, I think so. Like, mostly the big Division I teams, especially like SEC schools, like they mostly just have Kenyans to run cross country for them
Really?
because they're a lot like better at cross country.
Huh.
And so like I like lean towards more track now, but like it's kind of like a thing like where if I'm needed in cross country, like I will go and like I'll help out. But
Okay.
like, I don't think I'm Arkansas is going to need me.
You won't. You probably won't compete
They
at
have,
that.
they
Then.
have a pretty good team this
Gotcha.
year. So
Huh. That's cool. I didn't realize that. You see that a lot. I mean, obviously in the Olympics and stuff, you're marathon runners and all that. Your longer distance guys, usually they're like you said, Kenyans. And,
yeah.
huh, that's pretty
it's
cool.
even like coming to like a thing in basketball, like the European guys, like an NBA, and like like U of I had like a ton of European guys, and they were really really good.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like I think like college coaches are starting to realize that they can get like guys overseas as just as like they get guys like in America, which is I think it's okay, but like I think they should prioritize like trying to get like developing kids, not trying to get like guys out of the G League. Like I don't really agree with that.
Right.
Getting
Yeah.
pros and
Yeah.
bringing them to NCAA, like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. We touched on your academics just a little bit ago. What are you actually going to school for? You got something in mind, or is that still undecided? I mean,
so like, yeah, right now I'm studying finance.
Okay.
I'm supposed to graduate either next year or the year after that. And so I'm going to try to squeeze my MBA in there.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know if I'll have time for it. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It
Yeah,
just
that's-
depends on like how many credit hours I want to take,
Right. That's good. Yeah, enjoy it while you can, man. You're only young once, and man, that's phenomenal.
Now, I got another question for you, Gavin. Now, after your track seasons are over, and you may have an opportunity to move, turn pro, or what are you looking to do?
Yeah, so it just all kind of like depends. Like, if I think I'm good enough to be a professional runner, and like even if I'm like kind of on the verge of being a professional runner, like I'll probably take like a couple of years to like try to get a contract. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'd probably just probably gonna I'll probably keep running. I'll probably just do like some road races, or like just like I'll maybe try like triathlons. Like I think I could be pretty good at that. Like I'm pretty good like on the bike as well, and so like I think I'll try out triathlons and get a job and live a normal life.
Do you have any interest in coaching?
Yeah, that's definitely come up before. Like I think honestly, like I think like in 3 years, if I'm done, my brother will be a sophomore in high school, and so like if I've talked to Brad Wilson about it, like I would probably want to come back and like help coach him a little bit, and try to make him maybe a state champion, or try to help the team out, because this is looking way ahead into the future, but they got some good talent at Benton right now. They got a kid named Eli Minor.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I just talked to him this morning.
He's a really good he's going to be a really good runner, I think, under Brad Wilson. And, they got Owen Bacon, Jack's little brother. And, they just got they got a bunch of really decent kids. I think if they all stick with it, they could eventually go and, maybe have a chance at winning a state championship. I mean, it sounds crazy right now, but
I could see that.
Hey, it's possible.
we took something from nothing at my high school, and so I think it's possible again. Benton High School needs their boys to win a state championship. It still hasn't happened. So
you had how many of your teammates at Benton went on to college? I know there's one at Gonzaga right now, right?
Yeah.
Is he still at Gonzaga?
Yeah, Gabe went to Gonzaga. Gabe? Mason went to Kent State. Jack went to some college south. Maybe it was a little bit north of Illinois. I don't know. I don't know where it was at, to be honest. And I think that's pretty much everybody who went to a college for sports. I think everybody else just kind of, moved on. But yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, you guys had a pretty talented class, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
Not just for track, cross country. I mean, shoot, there was some pretty good athletes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bart, you got anything else?
Oh, no, that's pretty much all I have.
Yeah, I was going to say too, your dad was a track guy too, right?
Yeah.
He run cross country and track?
I think he just ran track. I think, to be completely honest with you, I think I got most of my running talent from my mom.
Really?
Yeah. She one day she was just talking to me, when I was a kid, just normally, and she was talking about how I was gonna go run. This is very early in my running career, and so she didn't know much about it. And she told me when she was at Sesser, they ran a mile for PE, and she ran a mile in 6 flat. And that's for a girl in 7th, 6th grade. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
and they just kind of just blew it off it was not a big deal, and it was nothing. So she didn't really know. And Sesser didn't have a cross country team back then. I don't think they still do. But I think my mom honestly could have been a really good
runner.
Really,
I did not know that.
That's
cool.
She just didn't know. So
I know they were lifting several years ago.
They got really big into CrossFit.
They did, yeah.
My dad tore up his knee.
I sort of say that's a little rough.
I remember that. I was talking to him about that when that happened. He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm hanging that up." That's cool. Yeah, you got some good parents. I know I mentioned that earlier, but yeah, you got pretty awesome, man. I'm glad you came and joined us today, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We wish you the best of luck, and we'll definitely be watching you and keeping an eye on you and checking up on you.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Patch Podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe, share it, and tell a friend. Until next time, stay active, stay entertained, and we'll see you back here in the Patch.